यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः संप्लुतोदके
यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः संप्लुतोदके
तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः
तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः.
Again, most wrongly interpreted verse if somebody just reads that Brahmana and then Kshatriya in the previous shloka 41. People just wrongly interpret that, oh, they're talking about only Kshatriyas and Brahmanas. What about Shudras and Vaishyas? They're not including anything. And then they misinterpret Bhagavad Gita and they say, hey, this is all about, creating disparity and all. No. We have already discussed this very clearly, that every individual, you, me, everyone in this world are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra at different times, at various times. When I'm sleeping, I am lazy. If I'm not lazy, I cannot sleep, right? I cannot sleep if I'm active. If my mind is active, if I'm full of passion, energy and enthusiasm, I cannot sleep. For sleeping, I need to calm down. I need to just forget about the fact that there is a body. And then only I'll get to sleep, deep sleep, right? That is tamoguna. Without tamoguna, I cannot. And so, with the quality of tamas higher, I would be able to do everything that is needed. So when I do my regular affairs, like when I clean up something, I'm actually doing all the service. I'm just putting my human labor into it. When I'm creating wealth, when I'm thinking about earning money and making some good bank accounts, some good savings, I'm basically thinking like a Vaishya. When I'm actually helping others, when I'm right into the active field, right, always competing, getting on to what needs to be done for at whatever cost, rushing through all the challenges, I'm actually a Kshatriya. And when I'm reading, when I'm meditating, when I'm praying, when I'm thinking about others and their pain, when I feel how others are feeling and I connect to them, right? Share knowledge. What I'm doing is basically use my intellect in the very possible and the pure way. That's Brahmana. So we are all, isn't that you do all the time? All four of these activities? Yes. So that's why we are not like different just because we are born in a family. We apply all these four throughout our day. Okay. But what Bhagwan is saying is those who are Brahmana. What is the meaning of Brahmana here? Brahmana means one who has understanding about Brahman. One who understands Brahman is Brahmana. If you are not understanding anything about that, by just being born in a family, you do not become a Brahmana. There is a definition to it. Brahmana is one who is aware of Brahman, who knows at least what Brahman is all about, who has been taught about it. That is Brahmana. So, that Brahmana will know, Vijanataha will know. What he will know? The Brahmana knows that if you know about Brahman, if you are going about these three qualities, what are the three qualities? Kriti, you talked about these three, right? You chanted along with me. What are the three qualities? Do you remember that? Three gunas? No? Okay. So I'll repeat again. Sattva guna. Yeah, Vidura?
Is one of them the tamas guna?
Good. Yeah. So there is sattva guna, there is rajo guna, and there is tamas as a guna or tamo guna, right? Three gunas. Now in the previous shloka, Bhagwan said, Arjuna, please raise above all these three. Nistrai gunyo bhava Arjuna. Beyond these three, you have to raise. Just like a doctor, you have to, we had that eagle and bird example also, right? So if you want to see the ocean, you have to become an eagle. If you want to see a lake, you have to become that bird, small bird that flies only up to the lakes. If you want to see the well, then you cannot be a frog. You still have to come out of the well to see what the well looks like, right? So here Bhagwan is giving a very beautiful example, okay? Do you really need to pray? Do you really need to have Vedas in your life? Like Bhagavad Gita or anything for that matter. Do you really need that? The answer is yes. Why? Because we, at this point in time, if I ask you what Brahman is all about, have you realized it? The answer would be no. What? I don't know. Why? Because early morning I get up, I do my brush, I do all my activities and I go to sleep. That's what I do. I don't know what Brahman is all about. I've not realized myself. I've not seen, I've not heard, I've not done this, right? And I don't even read about it so frequently. So how would I know? I don't know. Then Vedas are must. Then you must read Vedas. What Bhagwan is trying to here, tell Arjuna is that when you are above these three gunas, which means you yourself are Brahman, you yourself are God. If I could raise above the three gunas, these three gunas are what makes me who I am. If I'm raising above these three gunas, then what I am? I am the one who is seeing me now as I speak. I'm speaking to you. Someone is watching. Who is that someone? You are watching. So you are Bhagwan, right? You are Lord Shri Krishna. Whoever watches me when I'm doing an action is Lord Shri Krishna to me. So that Lord Shri Krishna is also within me. My own Atman is that, right? But the Atman will not come back and say, hey, Pavan, you are different, I am different. He will say, you are not different, you are the same Pavan. You are nothing but Atman. But I don't feel like that. I still feel that I'm a human being, I'm doing this, regular affairs in the life and all, right? That's why I really need Vedas. But for those who have realized and those who have gone beyond the three gunas, for them, there is no need of any Vedas. It is something like this. Do you need your kindergarten English textbook now? All of you have passed that stage for a long time now. Do you really need that? Do you want to refer to it daily? What a silly question, right? No, you would not need that on a daily basis now, right? Suppose if you are an engineer, okay, I give you a medical thesis, a medical journal, and say, please refer to this, it will be very useful for you daily. Will you do that? You are an engineer, you're talking about some engineering aspects, you're learning about it. Like say you're a mathematician, you're doing geometry and all the stuff. I give you something about biology and say, this is your book that you have to constantly refer to. Will you do that? No. Exactly the same way, when you realize the true potential of the ocean, would you really care for the lake? When you know the true potential of the ocean, when you are the ocean, do you really care for the lake? Do you really focus on the lake or the well for that matter? No, because you are the ocean. You are much, 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 much bigger than that, right? We don't take care of focus on many things like that in our life. As we grow, we leave many things that are smaller in size. Like, for example, your English textbook, your handwriting workbook that you practiced hours and hours and hours when you are in pre-K. Where is that book now? Somewhere in the garbage. You don't even know where it is. Exactly the same way. When Bhagwan is giving an example, if you are in a place where there is fully flooded with water, Samplutodake is immense amount of water. Wherever you see, turn around your head, you will see immense amount of water, drinking water. For that person, will that person be anyway searching for a well, a small lake of fresh water for drinking purpose? No, he's surrounded by all the beautiful water, the vast amount of water around him. He's in the middle of it. Why does he have to search for a lake? He can drink that water. That is exactly Bhagwan is saying. When you are above these three gunas, there is true potential in what you can do, what you can see. And at that moment, you don't care about the tools that show you what it is. And the tools are nothing but the Vedas. Bhagwan is saying, Yavan Artha Udapane, what is the use of water? When Sarvataha Samplutodake, when everywhere you see water, it becomes useless, right? If you have so many sweets, let's say if you are in a sweet factory or a chocolate factory. Let's take this example. You are in a chocolate factory. Okay. Morning till you sleep, there are chocolates all around you. Okay. You come back home tired from your factory, and your mother very lovingly, very, very lovingly brings a plate full of chocolates and says, have your dinner. What will you do? Now you may say, I want, but think about the situation. Okay. You have been in the factory that manufactures chocolates. Chocolates are all around you. You have been eating them wildly. Now you come back. Mommy says, oh my God, you're such a beautiful child. I would like to give you the best dinner, and she serves you a plate full of chocolates. You can't take it. You don't want it. That's exactly what Vedas would be. If you have really tasted Brahman, you don't need Vedas. In fact, you would not be attracted to Vedas also. But to reach that, you need Vedas. To have that possible in life, we need Vedas. That's why we need to learn. Okay? So here Brahmana is not like a normal person like you and me. Brahmana is the one who realized what Brahman is all about. For him, this Vedas is of no big significance. Okay? That's the essence of this shloka. I'll chant again. Yavanartha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanatah. Okay? All right. Let's move on to 47. Please twist the page if you are in the book. Bookmark that page. This is the page that is sufficient. This one shloka is sufficient for us to lead a beautiful, successful life. This one shloka, 2.47, is something that you should never, never, ever forget in life. Okay? And this is the only mistake we do in our life. This is the biggest mistake we do on a daily basis. Let's not do it. The Western way of leading life has taught us so many different things, sometimes deviating from what we should do. And this is the best example. Let's chant 2.47. Who's going to chant?
I can do it.
Okay. Akshita, na? Okay, Nana. Karmanyevadhikaraste
Karmanyevadhikaraste
ma phaleshu kadachana
ma phaleshu kadachana
ma karma phalahe turbhuhu
ma karma phalahe turbhuhu.
Again, ma karma phalahe turbhuhu
Ma karma phalahe turbhuhu
mate sangostva karmani.
Mate sangostva karmani.
So it is not karmani, it is akarmani, but we have to chant that whole thing in one packet. Okay? Mate sangostva karmani.
Mate sangostva akarmani.
So don't split it like that. When you say sangostva karmani, a is included in it. So you don't have to say a again. Mate sangostva karmani.
Mate sangostva karmani.
Very nice. So let's chant the full lines now. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana.
Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana.
Ma karma phalahe turbhuho mate sangostva karmani.
Ma karma phalahe turbhuhu mate sangosva karmani.
Very beautiful, very nice. Ma is also a word in Sanskrit when you have to caution someone, don't do it. Like when you're doing something wrong and mommy says, no, don't do it, right? That caution sound is ma. No, do not. Okay? I know when the moment ma comes, it's like amma, mother. No. Here in Sanskrit, for this shloka, at least in the context, ma means do not. Right? So here Bhagwan is saying how an activity is to be performed. Should you perform an activity or not? Should you read? Should you do your job? Should you do your tasks? That must be done by you only. I cannot live your life. So there are few things only you can do. There are few things only I can do. Right? How we should build our attitude when we are in the field of action. First thing, karmanyeva adhikaraha te. Te means you. Bhagwan is talking to Arjuna. You, Arjuna, karmanyeva adhikaraha. Action is your right. By doing an action, you are just executing your right. Speaking freely is my right. I use that freedom every day. Doing activity that is supposed to be done by me is my right. I should exercise that right on a regular basis. I should never say, I'm not going to do this. That's the first. This shloka contains 4 parts. The first part is understand that the activity and the tasks that you are doing is your right. It's not your choice. It's your right. Adhikaraha. Okay? That means only you should be able to do it. You must do it. Second one. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Never ever. Kadachana means never ever. Please do not. Do not what? Phaleshu. Phala means fruit. Fruit means result. Right? In Sanskrit, phalaha means result. Do not do something for a result. If I do this, I'm going to get $200. Let me do it. This way of thinking has been injected into us from childhood. Now, understand that having goals, now there is a big management conflict here. There is some, in the companies that I work, we are goal-oriented companies. You have a goal, you're going to meet that goal. The person who is acting need not have to worry about the goal. Goal are set by some superior supervisor, somebody will set the goal. Fine, figure out. Let's figure out. What I must do, I must focus only and only and only on my task, nothing else. Whether that will go towards the goal or not, I am doing what I am supposed to do. I'm not doing something that I'm not supposed to. Here is the work that I must do, and I am doing it, whether I will reach the goal or not. Do I have to do something different to reach that goal or not? Doesn't matter. Are you doing the right thing? If the answer is yes, do it. Don't think about the fruit. Don't do something for the fruit. Ma phaleshu kadachana. That's the second part. This is the second mistake we do. We do activities for a fruit. Oh, if I do puja every day, then my life will be happy. So that means if your life is not happy after that, you will lose doing that activity. This is what happens in most of the situations. Just because you are doing and you are not getting the benefits that you wanted, we feel that, oh my God, then praying to the God is not so significant, not so important. Let's not do it. I don't believe. I have been in those shoes, so I can tell you from my own experience. It is very obvious to think like that. And Bhagwan is just giving a hard hit onto our head saying, please change your thought now onwards. At least after reading this shloka, change the way we are thinking about life. Don't do anything for the result. Right? The third one, ma karma phalahetu. This is also another important thing. Okay, your uncle, we are not putting any goal, uncle. Fine. And I am supposed to study, in a very disciplined way. I will do that, uncle. Fine, great. Now, after I do that, I will get results. No? Should I just not care for the results. I am a class first now. What should I do? That was not my goal, but I became one. I became class topper now. What should I do? What should you do? Third part. Ma karma phalaha. Whatever is the result of your action, don't own it. Give that credit to somebody. Don't own it. How you cannot own it? If I am doing something great, if I get promoted to my next level in my job, I should not feel that it's because of me. If I'm feeling that, then I'm contradicting the third part here. What I should do, I should not own it. I should disown it. That does not mean I would say, no, I don't want me to be promoted. I would say that this promotion is not possible without the help of my colleagues. I will name them. I will make sure that they also get benefited because of this experience that I'm going through. The results that is coming up is not my result, is his result, is God's wish. Because he wanted me to do something more than what I'm doing today. And for that, he came in different forms. He came in the form of my manager. He came in the form of the person who is abusing me so that I'm challenged and I do something totally different and in a big way. He comes in different forms and he has helped me so that I could do my job well and I got promoted, which means that I'm supposed to do something more than what I was doing. And I will do that more. I will keep doing my task because karmanyeva adhikaraha. Acting alone is my right, nothing else. So I will keep working. So first part, I should do my job. I should do my tasks diligently. And I should feel that it's my right to do that job. Number two, I should not set up a goal and then decide what kind of activities I have to do to reach that goal. I should do the tasks that are based on my attitude. I want to become a doctor, so I will read biology. But this mind is tuned to arts. I was supposed to become a great musician. And what I did, I have set up a goal and then changed my course of action. I am going against my gunas. I am going against my intellectual capacity to reach there. What will happen? I will fall down. I will fail. I will feel stressed out. This is also in most of the management concepts. They really say that, act accordingly to your skills and capabilities. Look at your skills and play to your strengths. Haven't you heard about this? Play to your strength. What does that mean? That exactly is this. That means out of the three gunas, whichever guna is the most vibrant, whichever guna is helping you out, use that and go into that field of action. If your sattva is more, go into the teaching industry. If your rajas is more, go into the action industry where there is a lot of competition, cutthroat competition and stuff like that. Go there, enjoy your ride. If your attitude is more towards building wealth, go in and do that. If you want to just serve and do laborious things, there are many different opportunities where you can do that, right? So take your skills based on the strengths. Now, adhikaraha, action alone is your right. Do the action. Don't put the goal and change your actions because of the goal. Oh, how can I do this activity? Because my goal is different. Who asked you to think about the goal? Bhagwan is saying, do not set up the goal first and decide your actions. Do the actions that you must do. Okay. Third thing he said, ma karma phalaha. Whatever is the result, do not own the result. Do not own the result. Give the result to others. Paramatma. Give to the God. Okay. The last one, mate. This is the very, very, very important one. Mate. Please, you don't. Ma means no. Te means you. Mate sangostva. Sangostva. Attach yourself to what? Akarmani. Akarmani means inaction. Do not bind yourself to the inaction. What does that mean? Don't stay lazy. Do not say, I don't want to do for things that you must do. If Bhagavad Gita has been understood properly, Even if your body is paining, somebody says, Pawan, I think you only can come and help. Can you? The answer should not be, my body is having pains, I cannot. Let it have its own. I can still do, my hands are still fine, I can lift those things. Let me go do that. As long as I can, I should never say no. Just because I want to be a little lazy, relax more, pamper my body a lot. This is not fair. That's the last part. Mate sangostva akarmani. Do not embrace, do not love inaction. Inaction means what? Not doing what you must do. Who are you all? Students. What am I? Parent. As a parent, what should I do? I should take care of my kids. I should correct them. If I'm not doing that because I'm lazy, they will figure out. I mean, why should I worry about? They will figure out themselves. They have their life. Why I should worry about? I'll just sleep. I will not care. If that is my attitude, then I am coming into that fourth bucket where Bhagavan is asking me not to be like that. So a parent should do all the responsibilities as a parent. Student should be performing all the responsibilities of the student. As a student, you are something. As a child in the household, you are something different. You have different set of activities and actions to be performed. As a member in the society, you have some actions to be performed. Are we doing that? If I'm not doing that, suppose if there is a seva, somewhere seva is going on, people are all saying that, oh, this hurricane has come, all of the houses have been collapsed, now we need people to help. If you know something of that sort is happening, and sitting in the home and thinking that, okay, somebody else will do, why should I go? If I'm carrying that mindset, which is very obvious, then I am coming unto that fourth category of akarmani. So Bhagavan is saying, this is not fair. Bhagavan is saying, this is not fair. You cannot embrace inaction. So these are the four parts. Now, who can tell me the first part? What it is? The first part is karmanyeva adhikaraha.
Uncle Chapacha.
Chapachama.
So Bhagavan is saying that you have the right to perform your prescribed duties. So you must do whatever that you need to do in order to fulfill that duty.
Good. Thanks, Tali. Second one. Ma haleshu.
Does it mean that your actions should not be motivated by the end result?
Perfect. Very good. Your action should not be motivated by the end result. Don't set the result and then decide what actions you need to do. Don't do that. Third one. Ma karma halaha. Pranavi?
Uncle, that means never do the action just because you want never think of yourself as doing the action if the results of the action are like yours. So if you get a good result, you can't go around saying that I did the action, I got the good results. You can't do that. You only have to say that Bhagwan did it.
Right. And the same, whether result is good or bad, do not ever bother about that result as if it's your own. Don't have attachment to the result. Very simple. Ma karma phalaha. Leave it. The only way we can leave is by assigning it to somebody else, isn't it? Huh? I can leave when I assign to somebody else. So if I don't want something, I will say, can you take this? Like say Sheetal does that when she doesn't like something to eat. Do you want this? Is the first question. I say yes. Okay, take it. Happy, right? She doesn't have to eat next. This is what happens. Similarly, if you want to do that with the result, what will you do? Assign that to somebody whom you can assign. Who is there with you all the time? Paramatma. Assign to him. That's how Ma Karma Phalaha can be executed. The fourth one, Akshita. Mate Sangostva Akarmani.
I don't remember. Does it have
Akarmani, you know, right? Karmani ki opposite. Karmani means performing an action. Akarmani means not performing an action. So, Bhagavan is saying, do not bind yourself to inaction. That means not doing anything. Sitting, sleeping, relaxing, lazy like that. This is what my guru would say, lazy goose, when I don't practice my mridangam. Right? So just sitting lazily, not doing anything, you can see the work. Like, for example, something came up in the house. You see that your dad or mom is not healthy, and they're still trying to figure out something and they're not able to do it. You know that you can, but you will still love watching the devices because this is okay for now. That's fine. That's not my job. But you see that you can do it. It could be a very simple thing like, arranging things here and there and things like that. Small things. And your parent is struggling to do that because they have multiple priorities. But you still don't go and give a hand, right? You have big muscular body. Parent is struggling hard to do something which needs a lot of energy, muscle power. He's feeling alone. He needs another hand. You see that, but you just are not careful enough to go jump onto the situation and help. Akarmani, inaction. Mate, do not. Sangostva, bind yourself. Do not bind yourself to inaction. Always look for activity that you can perform and jump onto that activity. Okay, this is the Mula Mantra. This is the best mantra that you can think of from Bhagavad Gita. If we could implement these 4 parts, all the 4 parts, for every action throughout our life, we will be the best successful person in life. Whatever we are doing, you are a doctor, you will be the greatest of the doctors. You are an engineer, you will be the greatest of an engineer. You are a parent, you will be the best parent. You are a child, you are the best child. Don't wait, start implementing. Let's see the beauty of this. Okay. All right. So we have come to the end, and I just wanted to have this today because this is one of the most important one. So let's stop here, and in the next class I want you to do this exercise. Take any activity on your regular day that you do. Okay, you can be unique in terms of activity. It could be like taking shower, it could be something like eating, it could be something like drawing, or whatever it is, right? Take an action, tell how you're doing that action now. What do you do? Now tell me when you apply Buddhi Yoga, which means your thoughts are aligned to the Bhagwan. And this 47 is all about Buddhi Yoga. The person who is applying Buddhi Yoga will execute all these 4 parts. He will do his action. He will not set a goal and then choose the actions, but he will do whatever actions he must and he can do. Third, he will not own the result, whatever the result comes. And fourth, he will not sit idle. He or she will not sit idle and lazy. So apply these to any of the activity and tell how differently you are going to do from tomorrow onwards. Right? This is going to be your exercise for this week. I would like to hear answers from you before we start the next week's session. Okay? All right. So any doubts, if you have, you can ask me. Reach out to me on WhatsApp. I'll try to help you. Okay? So let's do the closing prayers for today. Om Sarvesham Swasthir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. See you all. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and we'll see you all next session. Please do not forget the assignment. Okay.
Thank you, Uncle.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Yes.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Deepika. Bye, Anai. Aha, the winter started there.
Bye.
Bye, Anai. Bye, Krititali.